Hey, thanks for joining me today. This is Pastor Laf, and we're in Psalm chapter 53. It's Tuesday, and it's a good Tuesday. I'm going to read the whole chapter. We read it yesterday, went through part of it. The fool has said in his heart, "There is no God." They are corrupt and have done abominable iniquity. There is none who does good. God looks down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there are any who understand, who seek God. Every one of them has turned aside. They have together become corrupt. There is none who does good, no, not one. Have the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and do not call upon God? There they are in great fear, where no fear was. For God has scattered the bones of him who encamps against you. You have put them to shame, because God has despised them. Oh, that the salvation of Israel would come out of Zion, when God brings back the captivity of his people. Let Jacob rejoice and Israel be glad. We went through verse 2, talked about how asking if anyone understands, if anyone seeks God, understands their purpose. Verse 3 says, everyone has turned aside. They have together become corrupt. There is none who does good, no, not one. A lot of people have a hard time with this because in a lot of people's minds, Christianity or serving God in any way is doing good deeds to offset your bad deeds. Doing something good, if you do enough good things, you get to go to heaven. So if you live like the devil for so long, you almost do kind of a penance type of mentality. I'm going to serve God for the rest of my days, and then I'll get to go to heaven. I'll end it good. Started it bad. I'll sow my wild oats, but when it gets time for me to die, I'll start serving God. The problem is, once you have broken the law, you are a law breaker. If you murder someone, you are a murderer. You might be doing good things. You might be building homes for the homeless. But you're a murderer who must pay a civil penalty. I realize that there is a statute of limitation in our country on certain crimes that you commit in your younger years, but God does not have a statute of limitations. He does not. And every crime that you commit, every selfish act, every sinful thing you do must be accounted for. God looks down upon men and he sees that everyone has turned aside. You would have to live perfect from the beginning of your knowledge of sin, or some would disagree and say from the beginning of your childhood, your life. You would have to live perfect your entire life to not be held accountable for some sin that you committed in your life. Every person has turned from God. Everyone. That's what Scripture's saying. That's why Jesus came to die for sinners, because every one of us has sinned. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. I think we get that confused, and that verse 3 and 2 actually go together. What I just quoted in Romans, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, is crucially this. All God has ever wanted was to put you in a place where you were fulfilling purpose and destiny in Him, in complete harmony and relationship with Him. That is your place of glory in Him. A place where He can adorn you with righteousness and with good works, and adorn you with blessing. But when all sin, we fall short. And sin mars our image, mars His image, mars our purpose. And that's what it's saying right here. They've become corrupt. None does good. No, not one. God has designed you for His glory. To be a glorious individual, gloriously fulfilling the call upon your life, the purposes of God in your life, and being a blessing to people. But we've fallen short. Jesus is the only one who can restore us to purpose and glory. If you don't know Him, call upon Him today. If you do, rejoice, because He has a destiny for you. God bless you. Thanks for taking the time to talk, to listen today. To talk. I'm doing all the talking. Have a great Tuesday, and bye-bye.